Greetings sailors and welcome back to World of Warships and a somewhat unplanned video in that I was weak. I was very weak. I saw it in the armory. The very first of these bundles was the 3,000 doubloons and or the 3,000 tokens rather. 3,000 doubloons. It'd be nice if I spent 1,000 doubloons and got a 2,000 back, but no. Yeah, the 3,000 tokens, it was literally the first one, so I was weak. I was weak and I bought it, and now I have the first couple of Italian destroyers pretty much right off the bat. I'm going to jump in with the tier 6. It does give you some captains with them, but it's like 3 points for tier 4 or tier 5, and you get a 6-point captain. So generous for tier 6. Well, it sort of is, I suppose, but really you want at least a 10-point captain. So for the purposes of this, I'm going to put in Sansonetti, and I'll give it a go. Literally haven't played this up until like right now, right this minute. Like I said, this wasn't really a planned thing, but yeah, here we are. So I've got propulsion mod, I've got torpedo tubes mod, and Sansonetti's skills are as follows. I don't know if that's particularly optimal for this setup. I do have the YOLO Emilio, but that has its own captain that I could potentially use as well, but that's slightly different. I don't play it that much, so I'm not particularly familiar with the play style. I've played the Leone a bunch more, which is rather a different beast. This thing is more about having quite a decent number of barrels for its tier. It's got 8 barrels, and I don't think you find that again until, what, tier 8? Doesn't have a particularly fast rate of fire, though. Having said it, you don't find that till tier 8. How many does the Hotnik have? I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, that's kind of fun to derp around in, but the Aviere, I think, will be a fairly different beast. The concealment's alright. 6.4 is not bad for tier 6 at all, and it can stealth torpedo. So we have 10 kilometer torps. Torps aren't especially damaging, but the reload is reasonably quick. Speed is good. Did I put the Sierra Mike flag on this? I might as well do that. I think, yeah, I'm kind of running low on those, but let's put it on. So almost 40 knots without speed boost. It does have not the regular speed boost. It's got the emergency engine power, which is a very, very short speed boost. We've also got the exhaust smoke generator, and again, fairly short duration, but it obviously keeps up with your speed, so you can use it for dashes. The consumables are basically all set up for just dashing about the place. I think, however, that at least with this, the tier 6 is probably going to be a matter of playing it much more around its torpedoes, like regular torpedo destroyer playstyle, and then maybe occasionally using that to dash capability. Ooh, this is rough matchmaking. Oh, excuse the frog in the throat there. So somebody's a bit of a Stargate Atlantis fan, it would seem. I've never seen that. I mean, I've seen bits of it, but yeah, it was on Netflix for a while there, and then it's one of the ones that kind of disappeared, and it's probably on some other streaming service now, because that's what they like to do. Right, so we do have not a brilliant AA range, but not especially bad for a tier 6 destroyer. I think Cossack, I mean, obviously Cossack outspots me. I can't remember about Fubuki. I think I might be about the same or slightly better than the Gida. I can't remember offhand. The real challenge is going to be this Lexington, though. That's not going to be fun. We'll see how this goes. You do have SAP. Not a brilliant reload by any means. 6.8 seconds is actually kind of bad for a destroyer. But SAP versus other destroyers, yeah. We've also got a high explosive for setting some fires. It's a slightly unusual combination. SAP and high explosive. So we'll see how this works out. Almost loaded with torpedoes already, but oh, here come the airy planes, which I do not like. Doesn't look like they are swinging around this way though, so that's fine. And I guess the challenge will be to see if anything else is here. I mean, oh, it's the Gator. Okay. I guess our carrier's planes just ran into some flak or something. They all just disappeared very quickly. Right. Let's get a smoke. Don't have radio location on Sansonetti. Looks like he's... Oh, he stopped there. He might have reversed in the smoke. The fact that he's smoked up means he's clearly worried it's... Well, he doesn't know what it is, so he's playing it cautious, but that tells me exactly where to drop torpedoes. Well, I say exactly. Roughly. It tells me roughly where to drop torpedoes. I have got Swift in Silence on Sansonetti, so that'll make me even faster. Let's see how that goes. I don't want to approach this smoke, though. Gator, of course, does have hydro, and I don't have any such tool. And he probably has popped his hydro. I mean, if you're going to do that, if you're going to smoke up like that, then yes, you will pop your hydro. Okay, Harbin. Looks like there's a fair few that have gone south, but... oh, there's an Atlantico on the enemy team. I didn't even notice that. Be interesting to see what the secondaries on that are like. Right, he's surely going to move. This Gator. Actually got the Leon pushing things a bit. I'm vaguely tempted to smoke. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. No, this kid is about to run into the Harbin smoke. We'll move out of the way the Leon. If there's going to be any torpedoes incoming, it will be on the Leon. It doesn't look like they've got a lot that's gone. Atlantico is off by themselves. I'm kind of tempted to go over there. I haven't seen it up close yet, but it's not going to tell me anything that I won't have seen from the dockyard pictures, I suppose. Not dockyard, the dev blog pictures. I think dockyard popped into my brain because, yes, it will indeed be a dockyard ship, for those who are unaware. Oh, hello, Gator. Open fire, hold fire. Hold fire, I think. Oh, that smoke's going. Let's try using that. Oh, never mind. Doesn't have an amazing range. This may have been a waste of a smoke, but I didn't know he was about to instantly get blapped as he was. Did get a torpedo into the Harbin though, which is nice. But yeah, not a lot of damage, only 10k per torp. Definitely a bit on the weak side. But at least it's not fairly weak damage plus long reload. That's what my brain was trying to flobble towards just then. Right, might get to drop on this Nelson, who looks like they're trying to reverse. As tempting as it is to just pop out behind them, that would be a bad idea. There's no way I can do enough damage. I'm assuming he's going to keep backing up. One hopes. What was my surface again? 6'4"? 6'4", yeah. I mean, this was a bit of a blind shot. He's not backing up quickly enough to take any of those, sadly. This is not particularly good team play right now. I just really want to see the Atlantico. Yeah. Yeah, they all missed. Right. Well, we don't have to wait too much longer for our next set, though. 10 kilometers on a tier 6 destroyer is definitely nothing to complain about. There's this and what, the Japanese destroyers that have that? It's not a particularly common thing to have this much torp range. Right, are you... The Atlantico is more straight lining than the Nelson's possibly just going to turn away. I don't know exactly how they're going to turn away. If these were faster torpedoes, I might have tried it on the Nelson. I'm just being nosy. I really want the Atlantico. There's been a while since there's been a dockyard ship where I've gone, oh, I want that. Most of the others I've gotten out of the sense of, well, it's there. I'm going to be playing the game anyway. Right, we're going to get close up via the medium of torpedo. But he's swung around, so we're not going to hit like more than 2, I think, at most. Hello, Sam! God, look at those secondaries. Look at those 9.2-inch secondaries. So chunky. For those wanting an update on Sam, by the way, if you happened to watch my previous video, yeah, he's been to the vets, wasn't very happy about it, and I've gotten a bunch of meds for him, so yeah, hopefully that will do the job. He seems perky enough otherwise, but he was making a real production about when he needs to have a wee, basically, so clearly in some discomfort. The poor lad. Right, we are not really, like, I don't want to call this in terms of ships or anything, but we're doing okay in terms of map control. We might have to go counter that Fubuki, though. What are you doing, Leon? You might be low enough health that I could finish off if I had sufficient hits. No, don't turn away. Rat bag. When we'll be able to get him out on the examination table. He was practically trying to crawl into my pockets at one point. The poor lad. He was alternately smushing himself into the wall to make himself as small as possible, or else trying to basically climb into my coat. So yeah, if he hadn't been so stressed about it, it would have been kind of adorable. There goes the Atlantico.
La nostra squadra è in vantaggio.
Might get some torpedo hits here. There, Fubuki is down, so that's their last destroyer. 3 hits. Was that 3 hits? No, it was only 2 hits. Not enough. This is not unlike the Leone, except that it has faster torpedoes. The Leone has definitely more of an emphasis on its guns. This has much faster torps. They're not fast, but faster than the Leone's torps. And Leone only has 8. Not 8, 4. Half of 8. Maths is complicated, you guys. See if we can use our guns against the Galissoniere a bit. These are definitely these mid-tier ones, the low and mid-tier ones, are definitely more conventional in playstyle. You just don't have the torpedo hitting power to take out a high health target unless it's something that's got low health to begin with, like certain cruisers. But you know, this is a respectable number of hits, I think. For being a low tier destroyer, for being a bottom tier destroyer, I think we're doing all right just in terms of managing hits onto targets and actually getting some damage out of it. Right, we're only just inside gun range. This is the thing that Leone is completely unlike. Is yeah, the gun range is pretty bad. Right, are you turning my way? Not yet. That SAP is nasty though. You can see why they've given it such a short gun range. Look, this is only a 120mm gun setup that you have on this thing. That's certainly more effective when it's broadside. So you're not going to be able to get people in the Citadel as you would with even the 120mm AP's shells, but yeah. This is what, 5 barrels? That wasn't terrible. Oops, wrong chat. Yeah, we've all done that. Right, let's use the speed boost, why not? See what we can get up to in a straight line. Speed boost plus swift in silence. 50 knots, yeah baby. 52 knots. 52.4. I think that might be the maximum. 52.6. Sadly, we don't get to enjoy that for very long. That's pretty respectable. That's a fair old speed. And we've won. So 99k damage. That's really not bad for a first outing. Top of the team as well. Bit of flooding. Mostly it was torpedoes. A little bit of damage from the SAP, but considering these are destroyer guns, 25 hits for 13,500 damage. That's pretty good. Now I could just play the same one again, but seeing as how we have a bunch of these available, maybe we'll play the tier 5? We'll just send that captain to the reserve as well, and yoink Sansonetti. And we'll give this a go. Now concealment is 6.3, it's actually slightly better, and I think I also need to... Oh, I have already got that flag. Okay, the Mestrale. Let's give the tier 5 a go. This took us a bit longer to find us a match, but it's a full tier 5 lineup, which is a little unusual, or at least it feels a bit unusual. It hasn't managed to find divisions for both teams though. The fact that the enemy team has got a div might be an issue. There's a reason why it tries to do its best. Because having even one group of players, even if it's only 2 players in a division, can make a big difference. Right, so slightly better concealment, definitely worse AA. No carriers to worry about though. It's one of the nice things of it having found us a top tier game. This is a small map, however. 8km top range, same reload. 9.67. That's not right, Bray. That's not right. 9,067. Yeah. So not particularly strong torps again. I wonder how that compares to the Swedish ticklers. I might have to. I might have to start calling these the Italian ticklers. Because you know that's what a low damage torpedo is, right? It's a tickler. Gun range 6.8 kilometers. Oh boy. It's only just wider than my surface detection. Right. Which way are you swinging, Königsberg? Not sure yet. We can't always use the smoke as a static smoke, of course. Quite a difference in the number of boosts you get. You go from 4 to 7. With the benefit of concealment, of course. Yeah, he's got his hydro going. Managed to make him run aground, however. That might be useful for my allies. Königsberg is a bit on the squishy side, even when top tiered. Right, I'm gonna take the risk. Only 4 barrels, still the same long reload. Oh well, never mind, he's dead. Dirtfung is going to make a turn there against the border, and I don't blame them. Excuse me while I take this moment to have a cup of tea, or to sip my cup of tea rather. It's a vital ingredient in any World of Warships play session. Looks like we've got quite a few of our team up here, and it's the same on the other side. I think we'll head middle after this. Okay, Podvoisky's down, which is good for me. That would have been a dangerous opponent. They've got a Fujin though, which outspots me by a fair old margin. I don't know if that's going to reach, but we'll try anyway. Might just at the edge of that that radius. Right, there's the enemy Mestrale. So a little sprint towards that.
Sovralimentazione attivata.
I could deal with the mid cap. Oh, hello, Fujin.
Sovralimentazione disattivata.
Nice.
Siluri a babordo.
This is torpedoes inevitably.
Siluri
Oh, I'm firing HE. Well, fire's still good.
Siluri a babordo.
Right, he's probably just dashed out of the smoke. Enemy Mestrale is actually going for our Bretagne. Also, yes, no torpedo hits. Right, you and me, Minikaze, we can do this, maybe. So, yeah, did fair whack of damage, but not enough for the killing blow. Ooh.
Siluri a babordo. Siluri dritti di prua.
Okay, I didn't think you would turn in like that.
Siluri a babordo.
Oh, actually missed him, as was the plan the entire time. Excellent. Let's use one of the smokes.
Generatore di fumo avviato.
Hello, Sam. Bit of damage. Oh, nice.
Rilasciata cortina fumogena.
Come on, Fujin. Dashing right towards me. Right, the turret arrangement's a little bit awkward, so he's gonna make his drop, but I think we can... yeah, this SAP is kind of nasty.
Siluri dritti di poppa.
It's actually dropping on the Britannia. Nice. Right. Main battery range increase, which is actually pretty nice. But of course you can't have Sansonetti on literally every ship. Well, not when they become a regular tech tree line anyway. Almost have a speed boost back. Right. I'll be able to actually outrange them a bit here. Well, we've taken out the most dangerous enemy destroyer, but there's not that many ships left on our team. Oh, we've got a Fujin ourselves. Who's way the heck over that? Okay. You can't always judge. Just because someone's whizzing around in a Fujin doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be amazing. Königsberg is something to keep an eye on. Only and again, swift in silence. I am one speedy lad.
Siluria prua.
Yep. Hello, Königsberg. It's not an ideal fight, 2-on-1. Yeah, I don't think we're winning this one. 3 ships left. Are you turning away? Yeah, they'll run out then. I mean, better late than never, Fujin. Man, I never get... Well, this is complete hyperbole, of course. Man, I never get games without carriers when I play my Fujin. Well, there he is. Mestrale versus Mestrale. Except not really. Mestrale versus Mestrale and Königsberg. I think I'm winning though. He's low enough health that if I had the time, I could probably take him, but I don't know if I do have the time. I mean, we lost the Koenig. Fujin is going for the mid-cap. And I'm kind of stuck playing with these guys. Which way are you turning? They're not actually getting any points right now, but also it's down to 2 versus... what is that? 6? 7? 7. 2 versus 7. I don't fancy those odds. I don't think I'm going to get another pop at that Mestrale, unfortunately. Screw it. Flap up. Flap up? What? I can fire up my own smoke. Where did flap come from, brain?
Sovralimentazione disattivata.
I nemici stanno per vincere.
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, pity about the team, but this still feels decent enough. There's the Mestrale. Yeah, he's super low health. Wait, what am I... Oh, the Omaha. Yay, it's fine. I can definitely do this in the mere seconds remaining. Omaha, you know he's dead, right? Oh well. Managed to get over 50k. Not gonna complain.
Problema risolto, signore.
I almost wish this had been a bigger map. That might have been more useful for this thing's capabilities. This is not a particularly big map at all. Yeah, that wasn't bad though. That was absolutely not bad, and oh dear, I outperformed the rest of the team by a fair margin. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, never mind. It's fine. Mid-tier game. At least I got nice matchmaking. So, yeah, first look anyway at the mid-tiers. Not bad. Definitely different. But if you've played torpedo destroyers before, I mean if you played Swedish torpedo destroyers, then you probably have a reasonable handle on these things. Obviously they don't have nearly the speed of Swedish torps, but aside from that, it's not too different overall. Obviously that's going to change once you get up to the higher tiers though. Or at least I think it is, according to Wargaming's own description of how the gameplay changes over the tiers. I'll just have to wait and see for myself, I suppose. Anyway, so that's it for this bit of live recorded gameplay. Hopefully you have enjoyed it, and if you have, you can do all the usual things down underneath the video, and of course, as always, stay tuned for more.